Hi, this is Not Too Fast here. Today I will be installing running boards for my vehicle. I just got these in a couple days ago and I bought these ones off Amazon. Now Nissan do have a set of OEM factory running boards you can buy, but they're about $550 for the pair. And this one I got on Amazon. It looks pretty much exactly like the factory ones, and these ones cost about $225. Here's a look at the vehicle before installing the running board. Washers, screws and bolts. So here are all the brackets. Here I've placed the vehicle on ramps. Now when I checked some of the reviews on the installation of this running board, many people said you don't need to jack the vehicle up. You should have enough clearance underneath to access all the bolts and brackets. But for filming purpose and also with it raised up higher, it will help with the installation. It'll give me a little bit more room. Anyways, let's get started. When doing a job like this, you want to be as organized as you can. So what I've done here is I've taken all the parts and laid it out. And a lot of the brackets are actually marked for right side, left side, the front, center, and rear. So you can see which part goes where. Also at the front here are all the nuts and bolts. I've basically separated all the pieces and then used a couple of trays and sorted all the nuts, bolts, and washers in different groups. Let me give you a closer look of the running board itself. Here's a look at the back. So let me show you how these brackets are stamped. For example, this is LR for left rear, same as this one. Now there's one that's center. This one here is LC, left center. LF, left front. And same thing for the other side. These ones over here are for the right side. Here's a closer look at the nuts, bolts, and washers. Looking at the front passenger side, let me move the camera underneath the vehicle. Here you see there is a plastic plug you need to remove. If you move along, here's another one that you need to remove. Take one of the T-bolt and put it into this hole. Now we'll take one of the plastic retainer and thread this onto the T-bolt so you don't lose this bolt inside. Repeat the same thing for the second hole on the outside frame rail. Put the T-bolt in and then place the plastic retainer on. Looking at the inside frame rail, we'll install another T-bolt right here. Place the plastic retainer. Take this front right bracket and place it over this bolt. Put a flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. Here on the passenger side, if you look underneath, there are a couple of plastic plugs. We'll need to remove these. Now we'll need to fit the T-bolts in here, but you'll see that the head of the T-bolt is too big. It won't fit. So what I'll need to do is grind it down with a grinder, this edge right here. Here's a look at the before and after. So on the left side is the original one, and on the right side is the one I grounded down. So I curved this edge right here, and now it'll fit in that hole. Now make sure the T-bolts are facing each other. Now we'll put the plastic retainer on. Now we'll place this bracket right here. Put a flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. And this is the L bracket. You want to install it onto that bolt. Place all the washers in, your flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. Now we'll take the bolt, put a washer on it, put it through the hole, put another washer on it. There's a lock washer and the nut. Now looking at this piece, you'll see that on the left side is angled, and then on the right side is straight. You might think this angled side on the left will go onto this bolt that's installed, but if you do that, you'll notice these two pipes will be blocking it. To get around it, what you'll need to do is actually rotate this or flip this around, so the flat side will go onto this bolt right here, and the angled side will go onto this bracket on the right side here. And to do that, what you want to do is bring this piece underneath the two pipes and then put it through the hole right here. On the flat side, we'll put a flat washer, a lock washer, and the nut. Go ahead and install the bolts and a washer on this side, followed by a flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. I should also mention why I said you might think the angle side go on the left side, because when it comes time to installing this brace on the driver's side, the angle side go on the inside frame rail and the flat side go onto the outside bracket. So it's opposite to this one that you see right here. For the center support right now, we're looking towards the back of the vehicle. We need to remove these two plastic plugs. Here we'll install the two T-bolts. Now these T-bolts also need to be grounded down, okay? Here we'll install the angle bracket. Now with this bracket, you want to install the flat washer, lock washer, and the nut on the back here first. Now you want to take this bracket. One side is longer than the other. The longer side, okay, will go on the top, and the shorter side is at the bottom. So now what we'll do is place this bracket like this right here. Here we'll put the flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. Now we can install the center bracket. Put your flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. On the back of the passenger side install this bracket here, feed it through this hole. Now place this bracket over the two bolts. Put a flat washer, lock washer, and the nut. Same thing for the bottom bolts right here. Now install the rear right bracket. We're still at the passenger rear side, and remove these two plastic plugs. Now install the T-bolts. Now install this bracket right here. On this end, we'll install the washers and the nut. And you can tighten this one down. Here we'll install the L-shaped bracket. It's also marked right rear. At this time, go ahead and tighten the nuts on both of these. Here we'll put the bolt and a washer on both sides. Here's a look at the brackets installed. On the bottom side of the running board, go ahead and remove these nuts. Make sure the bolts from the running board is fitted through the holes on the bracket. As for the adjustment, you can slide it side to side, also outwards and inwards. So you want to make sure you align this properly before securing the nuts underneath. I want to show you the alignment on the front side. Notice I do have the factory mud flaps, and it's not in the way. And this is where the door opening is, and is aligned right there with the running board. Here's a look at the back side of the running board. Again, it's aligned with the fender right here. Here's a look down the side from the back of the vehicle on the passenger side. Now at this time you can go ahead and tighten all the bolts on the brackets. As for all the nuts and bolts that came with this running board kit, I used up every piece. There were no leftover nuts and bolts. Now these ones that you're looking at is actually meant for the running board itself, where those bolts slide. And the reason I didn't use this is because I ended up using the one that was already installed underneath those running board. The difference is that these one here, you get the flat washer, the lock washer, and the nut. And the original one that's underneath the running board don't have the washer and the locking washer. So right now, I think the one that came with it works fine. It's very sturdy, but if I find that later on they might come loose, then I'll end up swapping them with these ones. And it's a very easy swap. It's only held in by 6 nuts underneath. Lastly, I want to show you guys this really good product. Now with all the nuts and bolts that we installed under the car, if you're concerned that these things might rust many years later down the road, you should pick up this product. It's called a CRC, Marine Heavy Duty Corrosion Inhibitor. And all you have to do is spray this corrosion inhibitor onto any exposed nuts and bolts, and it'll coat the surface area and seal it so water cannot penetrate through it. If you want to get this product, I will put the link to where you can find it in the description below. So let me show you how everything is bolted up on the front driver's side. I'm going to move towards the center support. So right now I'm moving towards the back of the vehicle. Here's a look at how all the brackets are connected on the passenger side, starting at the front. Now we're moving to the back. Here's what the car looks like with the running board installed. Here's a side look. And if I measure the overall length of this running board, is around 75 to 76 inches. The width of the running board is 5.5 inches. Here's a look of the other side. Overall, I'm very happy with the look and functionality of these running boards. The installation was not too difficult. However, the instructions provided with the running board are not the most easiest to follow. These running boards appear to be well built, very sturdy. The metal brackets are heavy gauge and they're heavy, so I'm sure these running boards will last for many years. Another thing I want to mention is the Pathfinder share the same platform as the Infiniti QX60, and the running board for this vehicle will also fit the QX60. So if any of you are interested in getting this running board installed for your Pathfinder or your Infiniti QX60, I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Now I will put the link for this running board along with the link for the CRC rust inhibitor spray in the description below so you can check it out. And if you have any questions or comments with regards to this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.